I'm a 3D artist, and in this video, I made the biggest mistake of my entire career. 4 years ago, I posted this image on the Battle Cats subreddit. It's my favorite mobile game, as you can guess from the nightmare fuel, but unfortunately, Battle Cats never saw my post. Hey Daniel, we're big fans of your work, and we're wondering if you'd like to make us a 3D Battle Cats game as a promotion. No, I can't. I've hardly touched a game engine in my entire life. Hey Battle Cats, I would be happy to do it. Just let me know when you need it done by. 3 weeks. I mean, there's no way game development is that hard. Well, guess we're starting from scratch. How to make a game. 12 hours. That's light work. Too easy. I spent the first day figuring out what I'm even supposed to do with this stuff. You think Blender has a lot of nodes? Boy, do I have news for you. I also had to learn an entire coding language. Apparently, it's similar to Python. You know what else is made in Python? NASA. Wait, that's not an app. Check it out. I made parkour simulation. You can't jump over the first. Blender time. I made this basic cat model based on the mascot of the game. I cooked up some cell shading, and now all we need is this outline effect. I've made 1 or 2 shaders in Blender, so I'm not too worried about you have to code the shaders. You have to learn OpenGL and code your own shaders. Why did they let me do this? Well, that's 2 languages learned for 1 video. At least it works now, and I don't have to... Why do I even speak at this point? So the plan is basically an open world battle simulator. In the game, you build an army of cats to fight eldritch horrors and conquer the entire world. So I made the basic chasing and health and knockback. Oh, that's not. Look how they just go flying. We're keeping it. Approved. Greenlit. In the spirit of minimalism, I wrote this deranged 500-line script attached to every single unit on screen. Battle Cats units have a lot of different stats and attributes, and I went through and scripted each and every one of them. It's not clean, it's not optimized, but at least it works. Never mind. I started making the dog next. It's kind of a difficult shape to make in 3D since my only reference image is this random 3D print from 5 years ago. But I got the job done, and now the real work begins. They were getting stuck a lot, so I tried to give them a little jolt whenever they... This is fine. I can work with this. Okay, now they're making towers. I didn't program that. They're just Tank Cat. That's a real classic. Basically, just make a tic-tac and then you're done. This guy has area attacks, which I think was a pain to implement. My notes just say drawing cryptic glyphs and symbols with this image attached. So I don't know what I did, but it works now, so that's good. You know what? It is starting to look like a real battle. Now let's completely break it. Battle Cats goes up to 100 units at once, so I want to do about the same limit at 60 FPS. Currently, I'm not quite there. Almost, though. I found this cool thing called the profiler that shows you how long every part of your code takes. As it turns out, my problem is all of the code. Let's say you have 2 teams of 3 and they all need to know where the closest enemy is. Simple, just measure the distance to the other team and pick the lowest one. That's 18 calculations total. Make it teams of 50, and now we're up to 5,000 calculations every single frame. This is gonna run worse than Cyberpunk. I made a grid-based system where units only get updated if something in the area triggers it, and they only check the nearest sector, and there's a maximum on top of that. All right, moment of truth. Still? Ugh. Fine, I guess I'll move the 4 million quad toothbrush. 100 units is running smoother than my brain right now, but can we do even more? I kept optimizing until I forgot what grass looked like and started clearing even bigger numbers. 150 units, 200 units, 300 units. All right, 300 dogs versus Big Tank. Who will win? Oh. With that, the first week was over, but I spent so much time optimizing, I kind of forgot to make a game that you can play. At least it's not going to get any more difficult, right? Right? Week 2, rise and shine, ladies and gentlemen. Battle Cats has more than 700 different cats. Most of them have 2nd, 3rd, sometimes 4th evolutions. And right now we have 3. Yikes. I only have 6 pages of them myself, but basically you're working with 6 rarities. You got the normal cats, normal being maybe a poor choice of words, all the way up to Ubers and Legends, which these are that's just a normal cat. Why is this even in the game? They are the most powerful and rare units to get, but there's more than 250 of them, and it would take me like 2 weeks just to model 1. So I started just going down the list of normal cats, and I guess we'll just see how far we get. Axe Cat has better attack and an axe. Gross Cat has nothing gross about it. Cow Cat is really fast. Bird Cat can just fly. Oh no. What have I done? How is this even possible? Oh yeah, remember the part where I got this up to 300 units and wasted way too much time on that? 400 units, 500 units, 600 units, 700 units plus. And 1,000 at 40. Okay, I'm done now. I'm sorry. Fish Cat. This one's a solid pick. Get him in the game. Lizard Cat. I've been told this doesn't actually look like a lizard. Yeah, okay. Ever heard of Google? Wait, Titan Cat, this one has fingers, so it's my least favorite to model, but I can't stay mad at that face. Get in there. Finally, I made Balaluga. He's way more expensive and less powerful than the others, but trust me, there's a reason for this. These already look insanely good, especially since they're the most basic designs from the entire game. We didn't even get to the real stuff. Oh, what a cute cat. I wonder what that button does. Man, I love this game. I'll link it in the description. It's free and you should play it. After a long week of modeling and painstakingly optimizing these things vertex by vertex, there's only one thing that can come next, and that's more model. What, are we just gonna have one enemy? I've got a lot of personal favorites, but I gotta keep it simple since I'm running out of time. So I only made the snake, those guys, the pig, the bear, the red snake, the unspeakable, Saint Pig, and assassin bear. And it only took me... Oh no. It is pretty cool just to watch them do their thing, but that's not really a game, so what do we do about that? Boom, you play as a sphere. Hear me out. I spent like a whole day learning about interfaces so I could remake the game's battle system one-to-one. You can press the number keys to summon specific cats, or you can even click and drag like this. You can go first person mode, you can zoom out for better overhead vision, but we're still missing a couple things. Number one, the entire world. It's finally week 3, so I need 2 things to wrap this up. Environment and progression. I started mocking up an upgrade screen in Photoshop, and yeah, this one took a while. I spent like 4 hours picking out fonts just to end up buying a font making plugin and making my own. 2 of them, actually. I made the tabs in the cat list. When you click on them, they do a little spin. That's maybe a bit much. You can spin them around with the mouse. The upgrade button shimmers. You can have plus levels. Why is this menu more fun than the entire rest of the game? All that's left is the open world part, and we've got 3 days. Awesome. I made an actual player model based on Gamatoto from the game's expedition mechanic, but I do have an important question. Are his ears just really long, or does his head just look like that? Next, I started on the island. We got cliffs, mountains, caves. Maybe we can put some ruins in here. You can't have a grassy field simulator without grass, so imagine my surprise when scattering 500,000 quads of it ended up being kind of a process. I wrote some shaders to make it wave in the wind. I don't think wind works like that, but that's fine. I was getting so much done, but it still felt like absolutely nothing, and I was getting stressed. Do I continue trying to make an entire open world before the time is up, or do I look inward and ask myself, what was I thinking? What possessed me with the audacity to think I was gonna make an open world in 3 weeks? New plan. I converted my grassy field into an arena platform, and there's this big rock right in the middle. Wonder what it does. Sound effect. Instructions. What happens when you break the rock? Boom. Cue heartbeat, cue drone sound, and spawn the button. And when you step on it, pick a random vector, spawn a base. Wave 1 just has a bunch of dogs, and when you beat it, there's a cage. Break the cage to unlock the next cat, get XP, buy more upgrades, rinse and repeat. I scripted out 50 waves in total and made 10 different base models to pick from. It gets pretty hard with multiple bases per wave, and you can't take too long or else assassin bears come out and jump scare you. There's a main menu, there's a save system, you can sprint now, but it's risky because you splat on your face depending on how long you sprinted for. This is a necessary feature. And with that, it's pretty much a complete game. But I want something big for wave 50, so we gotta go all the way back to Balaluga. Remember how I said cats can evolve? Well, this cat has a second form, and it's maybe not a cat anymore. Balaland Passaland has a special ability that freezes every enemy in a massive range. I buffed his damage a little bit. Hopefully that's enough. Oh, before I send it to the Battle Cats to get their reaction, I got some professional game developers to judge my work from 1 to 10. Battle Cats is celebrating their 10-year anniversary, so if you want to try it, it's a good time since they're giving out a bunch of free stuff during the next couple months. Download the game for free on iOS or Android using my link in the description. Please and thank you. So yeah, you gotta temper your expectations a little bit.
No, my expectations are on the ground. Anything you show me, I'll be impressed by. Holy.
Oh, okay. So like a resource miner.
Yep.
This is so pretty. How do you end up in there?
I don't know.
Free him. Whoa! What just happened? Did I win?
Ooh, I like the ominous noise.
I don't know if I want to do this.
Is something gonna like come out of it? I'm kind of scared. Oh. Oh no. What? What the—
Alright, the real game begins. I like that it's like a pawn.
Yes! Let's go! Oh! I gotta free him.
I think I'm gonna upgrade this guy straight away.
Ooh, what is that? Is that like a little snake? That's cute.
Oh, I died. No.
Ooh.
Oh, and next guy leveled up. That's really sick, actually.
I'm liking the art style. It is very like Breath of the Wild-esque. What the hell is this thing?
Roast cat. What's his name? That's mean. Why is he called that? He's not gross. He's beautiful.
I'm really surprised how good this looks. I don't think I could make a UI like this in Godot. I've just been putting it off. I think I'm gonna upgrade production speed again. Yeah, I've broken your game already.
A lot of times people's first games aren't games. This is a game.
Oh, they're going. Okay. Why are they making a tower? What were you saying? Oh my god!
What is that? That model is great.
I bet the moose and Yay! Oh no!
What is happening? Oh no. Oh my god!
I am extremely impressed. Absolutely nailed it. I really liked a lot that you could click and drag to spawn your cats. Such a small little thing that most people probably wouldn't even think of it. My biggest criticism is probably there's not enough visual feedback. Room for improvement there. Graphically, it is pleasing to look at. The models are pretty well made. I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. It blows my mind that you went from no experience to this in only 3 weeks.
I think it's cool, man. One of the more enjoyable parts of the game was kind of anticipating what you'd need to upgrade. It's like a meta game within the game. Hard coding all of the waves was a good idea. They all felt unique and different. But you got like the obvious jank with the camera. It was a little empty. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. The actual game design, the balancing, and the feel are really good. The thing that would improve it would be stuff like animations, more juice, and just polish.
Game development is so big. Whatever you have been afraid to learn is probably the thing you should go for next.
In the end, I overestimated how much I could do, and it was still a lot of work. But when people enjoy it after all that work,
Oh my...
Oh god, oh god.
it's a good feeling. And most importantly, Battle Cats loved every last part of it. The cow doesn't have udders. Wait, did I forget? No!